Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Diddy Kong here once again.
And I'm Pinkie Pie here, hey everybody and everyone else for that matter, and welcome back for some more of the Maxi Toys videos.
And just welcome back to more Let's Play of Mario Party Star Rush for Nintendo 3DS/Nintendo 2DS.
So last time we actually did manage to showcase off Mario Shuffle, and we did lost in the first round,
but in the second time in a row that we actually did manage to win for ultimately this time around. So,
but even then though, still, this is by far the most hardest game mode to win on.
But even then though, strategy is the key here. But a lot of times that computer opponents are getting super lucky with rolls and that stuff. So, yeah, this should be probably noticed at this point. So,
anyways, today for this episode, we're about to be moving on into the next mode in the game, which was called Boo's Block Party, which is, well, conveniently enough though, a actual puzzle minigame in this game. So,
yeah, we'll have to run down the list though for these every single Mario Party games of these puzzle-wise, but even then though, we won't get into that as soon as we get into this. So,
yeah, let's get this thing started. So,
for player choice, as you probably can tell, although before we actually get into this actually,
if we actually scan in an amiibo for this specific mode,
I think the only amiibo you can only use is there's going to be a Boo on here. Sorry for a bit of a lack of dialogue and everything else, because yeah, there's not much else I can say. So,
yeah, if you're trying to scan in a Boo amiibo, then this allows you can actually let Boo appears in the background. So,
even then though, that's how it usually happens like this. So,
yeah, kind of pointless, quite frankly, but even then though, that's only because of how the fact that,
although to be fair, that we're actually going to be using it just once though, so,
yeah, it seems pretty interesting to say the least. So,
yeah, player's choice today was actually form of Donkey Kong today, because
obviously if you couldn't tell from the Hop World screens, and even then though, that should be pretty worth it.
Okay, so you do have two different modes to play with. There's actually a versus mode, which is self-explanatory.
It's a puzzle battle, don't let the blocks stack up too high, which is pretty obvious.
And also there's actually the endless mode, which you can actually play it on your own time,
and see how much points you can actually reach up to. So our previous record was actually 561 points. So even then though, yeah, we might as well go for endless mode first, and then versus mode afterwards. I'm not exactly 100% sure.
But even then though, let's start things off with endless mode. So even then though, let's get this one started.
So as you can see, there's some ton of Boos around here. So even then, that should be expecting it.
So this is how the puzzle gimmick goes in Mario Party Star Rush as far as this is concerned.
Basically, you're gonna have to change your different number dials, which, if you do that, then that's how you actually get yourself some points with. So even then, though, you're gonna have to keep on doing this constantly, so even then, though, you're able to actually get yourself some points to begin with, so... I found this mode to be quite interesting, but even then though, that, as far as the other puzzle minigames, as far as the other Mario Parties have been concerned, that, you know, the first one was actually Mario's Puzzle Party from Mario Party 3, and also, Mario Party 4 Bob-omb Breakers, and Mario Party 5 Peace Out, and also Mario Party 6 Block Star, Stick and Spin from Mario Party 7, and also Mario Party 8 Tiles and I can't remember exactly what the puzzle minigame was actually called in Mario Party 8, but I do know Mario Party 9 does have a castle clear out, and also Mario Party DS actually has triangle twisters, and also not to mention there are some crap ton of puzzle pieces, puzzle minigames in Mario Party Island Tour, which is, you know, the treehouse, exit exhibits, or even star turns. Even then though, that's quite a lot actually. And in Mario Party 10 only has Jewel Drop, and now in Mario Party Star Rush is now containing, well, simply put, it calls it Boo's Block Party. So, for what it's worth, it's more accurately just, you know, a puzzle-based minigame with just a ton of Boos, basically. So, yeah, the more the score you can get, the more proceedingly gets more trickier and difficult, and even too fast at one point it actually becomes. So, yeah, that's all I can say about endless mode, honestly. It's just more accurately, it's more likely an endurance run for how much pieces you can actually stack up to. So even then, though, it's self-explanatory, basically. So, yeah, as far as you can actually clearly tell, our chain reaction we actually got ourselves at the moment. So, yeah, the more of the Boos you can get onto this far left of the screen, then you can actually tell. You can actually press either Y or X for the specific reasons or specific gimmicks. If you press the X button, if I remember rightly, it just clears out everything else from for the bottom screen or something like that. But if you actually press the Y button or something like that, that way you're able to actually... I don't know exactly what the Y button can actually do, but even then though, we'll never know until we actually come across in towards that, so... Quite spooky themed as far as the aesthetically speaking, so even then, yeah. I kind of wish that the Boo makes it playable again, unlike how it does in, just like how it does in Mario Party Island Tour from the actual modes. But even then, that the only time you can only play as him is actually from the Mario Shuffle modes, and that's all there is to it. Yeah, if you can see this little glowing effect right here, that way it just actually clears off screens. And even then though, it's definitely worth it if you're actually just trying to actually get even more points. So, yeah, let's see what the Y button can do. I think it just trying to shuffles over these numbers basically. I think that's what they're actually going for here. So, yeah, that's all I can really imagine about this is happening. So, anyway though, let's go ahead and just clear out number 4 right there. Because of this though, we need to actually get rid of every single number on screen. So we might as well try our best if we actually get ourselves our new record right there. Although we're not exactly entirely sure, but even then though, there's going to be a lot of times that you're going to be concentrating on one thing at a time, while other times there's going to be a lot of those stuff. So even then though, you have to purposely, you need to be fast in this for the most part. If you do not make it a nick of time, then obviously, well, obviously it's game over for you. So, oh goodness gracious, that last boo catch me off guard. Darn it. So we only got 307 for the most part, so even then though, that's actually quite quick. So even then though, let's go ahead and do versus mode right now. Because I remember that in the Mario Party 10 Let's Play, that we did not actually showcase off the versus mode to begin with, so... Yeah, but still, because you have to be really fast with these pieces and whatnot, so... Anyways, now we move on to versus mode. So let's go ahead, and for a change though anyway, let's go ahead and compete against with Diddy Kong actually. Yeah, and then we'll set the computer current on hard mode, so just in case. Speaking of such, for the most part, your respective screen is most likely going to be the top screen, whilst in the bottom screen you can tell that, although we're not going to show it to you right now, but what happens was though is that you can actually see the computer opponent's perspective, which you can see down here. That obviously Diddy Kong is having a pretty good time on this for the most part. But even then though, that's all that's really expected to see as it's going. So even then though, let's just hope if we actually win this for the most part. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, in order to actually just to get rid of most of those boos is to actually just use the Y button. Although to be fair, I could have preferred just using the Y button just from the start. So even then though, that should able to get rid of those stuff during time. At least as far as I'm concerned with that, for that anyway. Or maybe just the X button as soon as you think about this is happening, so... Oh jeez, we're not doing a good start at this point, so even then though, we need to be sporadically fast, and also there's no way I can actually get rid of the, Come on! Oh, you gotta be kidding me, it looks like Diddy Kong is actually in the lead. Oh god, crikey. Not doing so far, so good. Yeah, we actually lost this. We might as well do one more time on this, so hopefully I can try to win this. So yeah, not to mention, in order to actually win versus mode, you need to let anyone else, or someone else, somebody else can get the grid blocked. So it's not just a matter of how much more points you can actually get, it's just more accurately, let anyone else block your progression. So even then, that's basically how it does it, just like how it does in Mario Party 6 Block Star. But despite the fact that you're gonna have to be coming across into that a lot. So, for the most part, you have to specifically need to do this, however, though. So, yeah, that's all that I could really imagine. I believe in order to actually press the B button, or you can actually reverse for those numbers, is you can press the B button in order to actually do this faster enough. So, that's all that is usually how this goes and how the story ends. So, yeah, there we go. Presumably we can now actually press the X button, so even though that, oh yeah, if you press the X button on there, then you should be able to actually cost even more boos, but not to mention that Diddy Kong was actually doing really good at this. So this is another emphasis on harder difficulty, losing ownage. So, yeah, you have to be very fast for the most part if you actually just to be paying attention, and you don't want to get just too distracted at one point. Especially noticeable if you're trying to desperately want to win this mode and all that kinds of stuff. Even for, yeah, it as far as the amiibo function is concerned, that, oh, Jesus Christ, he's kicking my butt. Actually, let's go ahead and just try to actually decrease the difficulty for him, so even then, that, we'll try as a successful attempt. Alright, so here's our second, successful attempt, but even then, god dang, that harder computer points on these computer points most likely is super tough in this mode, because even then, that I've heard from a lot of computer points out there, that they seem to actually doing pretty good at this mode, especially on hard mode, very hard, and even master difficulty as a result too. But even then though, I decided to actually switch between normal mode this time around, because even though it might be a little, probably guys are probably thinking that this might be a pathetically easy, but it's just the fact that trying to actually compete against with someone in this mode specifically, oh for the love of Pete, they're doing so well in this, so even then, that I decided that we actually switch modes every now and then, so when it comes to computer difficulty, so yeah, that's the whole entire story ended with, so there we go, we've won by 1 point, yeah, which we actually got 54, in addition to 53 from Diddy Kong, so yeah, how about that? So yeah, that's all there's to really say about Boo's Block Party, so even then though, it might be seems cool at first if you actually just to think about it, but it's just the fact that it's so tough to win this though, even for hard difficulties. So, yeah, this video is actually really short though, so even then though, there's not much else we can actually really say about Boo's Block Party. But even then though, that's the only short episode we can actually think of. So, yeah, that's all there is to it basically. So join us next time on Let's Play Mario Party Star Rush for Nintendo 3DS/Nintendo 2DS. It's the fact that we're moving on into the last mode in the game before the finale of this Let's Play, and that was the form of Challenge Tower. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas.